I'm okay with that. Like, the less elves you can have in a game with elves, the better.
I mean, yeah, humans water things down a bit, but I mean...
At least these humans have boobs.
And speaking of, they're just not... They're not bikini girls in helmets.
Oh, they're actually, like...
Yeah.
Proper, like...
Armored.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's about fucking time.
I mean, they're still barefoot, but I mean, come on, they're still Amazons. At least I think they are.
At least they're not in the kitchen.
You don't want to be in an Amazonian kitchen.
You only get to be in an Amazonian kitchen once.
After that, you're spread around the dining room.
Ew.
It's not like cannibalism jokes are in bad taste.
You let the cat be.
Or see.
Cannibalism jokes can be funny.
It's all in good taste.
It really depends on who you're talking to.
It varies from person to person.
Much like Soylent Green cereal.
Why is there no volume of any kind?
Because I turned the volume off on the video game a long time ago. At least I think so.
Now it feels like open air.
I know.
Let loose the poodoodles of war. Poodoodles.
Here, tell my Facebook feed we're streaming, and I'll try to fix the volume.
Yo! Exclamation mark. Facebook. People. Exclamation mark.
There we go. Let's.
I am streaming.
We turned some music on.
Come on. Let's come on and check us out live on purposely misspelled TEH. Oh, you got an autocorrect on here.
Blue Claws. Oh. Crowd surf death.
Okay. Touche phone. Touche.
What was the autocorrect?
Well, I intentionally put TEH for Teheh.
Oh,
and then it just autocorrected to the. I wasn't expecting it.
Touche.
Right. Live on the Twitch.
YouTube.
Oh, right.
We drop Titch like a bad fucking habit.
On the YouTubes. I miss our Australian and French viewers.
Me too.
I really do. Do they not have YouTube down under?
They do. I just don't know why they don't. I mean, to be fair, we did switch formats on it. I mean, we gave
just
everybody
distributors. We gave them notice.
We gave everybody like a month's notice, but still, I forgot to put that our channel name. Here, I got it. Monday Night Blood Bowl.
Monday _
Yep.
Night _
Yep. Blood Bowl is one word the way I did it.
Blood Bowl.
And then we can go back to this Underworld versus Orcs match.
And Seth.
Excellent, thank you.
And I think I nailed your tone for tweets down just perfectly.
Oh no, you were completely off. You like to joke a bit. I like to be a bit more matter of fact.
Yep.
Yep.
Humor is a coping mechanism, and everything's a joke, because otherwise it's a tragedy.
Okay. On we got... So, you missed the death from the crowd surf, because you was typing.
I was typing A.
But it looks like we got some Underworld teams with some serious star player points on it. In fact, the Underworld team is so more past this Orc team that they have the ability to stall.
That's pretty good.
Teenage Mutant Hero Gobos.
What is this? England in the 80s?
They have not scored, but they are doing some very seriously risky hits.
Yeah, well, they've
hit.
got a good position going. It's not like they can get him.
Animosity. Oh, he has wrestle. He's not worried about block. Whee! That's a two-headed hero. That's a two-headed goblin right there.
Brglthrotag. Oh no. I see. You weren't making a joke. You were actually reading the name.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's the team name.
It's a British player. Our age.
How do you know?
Okay.
Oh, hero.
Not Ninja.
No.
That was UK exclusive. They repealed that. You could say the word ninja on TV in like 97, I think. 95, 97.
So at that point, most British people my age aren't calling them Ninja Turtles.
No, they're the Hero Turtles.
Yeah.
They were able to get their ninja status back.
That was a bomber dribble snot is sent off.
Oh, no star player for you this half. 'Cause you didn't bring a bribe.
Yeah, that's the only thing that got kicked off. What do we got over here? Well, we got some.
That's the dead dude.
Yeah, we got an injured thrower and a dead lineman.
He was a level 2, wasn't he? Did I see that right?
Yeah, the lineman's level 2. The thrower was level 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they got 10 players on that orc team, so they are down, my friend.
10 players.
A level 1 lineman, a level 2 lineman with block. We got a level 1 blitzer. A level 1 black orc. A level 3 black orc with block and mighty blow. Blitz! Let's see, the ball is here. I don't think the orcs are going to be able to capitalize on this blitz. We got a mighty blow black orc, a level 1 black orc, block mighty blow blitzer, block guard lineman, no blitzer, and a block mighty blow blitzer. Meanwhile, we've got a thrower, a level 4 thrower with
Throwing skills.
well, he's got block, he's got accurate, he's got a couple.
Block is only worth having is if you can do it accurately.
And the other thrower's level 1. I get having 2 throwers on your team. Michelangelo.
Yep.
I see what he did there.
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. I'm not some blind rat. I'm not some blind rat trying to teach some kids how to pretend to be. What are the rats?
Casey Jones, or well, the equivalent of
Dr. Blech.
April O'Neil. Yeah, no, they're all. Oh, what are you? What are you? You are Krang. The troll is Krang.
Yeah, big body, little brain in the belly.
Master Cheddar. Master Splinter.
I think that's Master Sphincter.
Yeah, I was doing that instead.
Oh, I see.
I was trying, trying to figure out who the pun is.
Who's knocked out on his side?
Nobody. And the only thing on his side is the bomber he couldn't pay for again.
And that's the game. Half the crowd went home.
Half the crowd only came to see the bomber.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, if you're 3 days grace, you should never follow the presidents of the United States of America.
I do not understand the cultural reference.
Both are bands.
I do that.
Okay, so there was this concert at the Blue Loon in outside of Fairbanks, Alaska. I forget the name of the little. Anyhow, in 2000.
The venue?
Yeah.
The Blue Loon.
Well, yeah, I knew the Blue Loon, but I forget the name of the city it's in.
Oh, it was just right outside Fairbanks.
Yeah, it's in a different city. It's a
Oh.
whole other zip code.
Oh, wow. I thought it was just right outside Fairbanks. Anyways,
yeah, it was 2008 at the Blue Loon. and the presidents of the United States of America opened for 3 days grace.
But nobody came to say 3 days grace, did they?
Half the crowd left after the presidents.
Oh, wow.
They had a mid-show encore because fans wanted to hear more presidents.
Oh, that would... Just imagine being 3 days grace that day.
Right?
Wait, what the fuck just happened?
Small venue. Thanks, Alaska.
Nobody here gives a shit about the headliner. It's late.
I know it still looks like there's sunshine, but I gotta go to work in the morning.
Well, you're like 4 hours away.
This kid promised his mom he'd be home before it got dark.
You gotta be careful with that in Alaska. 'Cause sometimes you're due home at like noon 30.
Right.
I want you home before it gets dark. What? So I'm allowed to look out the window? Come on, Ma, it's winter. I want you home 6 hours after the sun goes down. Do you hear me? I gotta be home by 6:30. Giving you half an hour.
I don't think I ever want to go back up there.
No. Like, I kind of want to go back up there for a week and go to the hot springs. But, like, if I do that, I'd want to also rent an RV so I never have to sleep in those uncomfortable rocks they call beds. I sleep on a floor. Happily, because I find that comfortable. Those beds are terrible. You feel like you're not even sleeping on a hard, rocky bed. You're sleeping on a hard, rocky layer of springs.
I think it has to do with the bed frames.
I could really care less. They're terrible. Oh, I've stayed at some pretty terrible resorts before.
I mean, technically, that one's a world-class resort.
Hey! Well, it's only considered a world-class resort because it's the only resort in that part of the world worth going to.
Well, I mean, there used to be the option of going to Manly Hot Springs, but after the murders, I mean...
You know what? Here's the thing.
That kind of hurts a reputation.
I've been to Chena Hot Springs, and you know what? I prefer Circle Hot Springs. It's further away. It's harder to reach. There's nowhere near as many amenities. But the hot springs are nice. And the bed was comfortable. What the fuck else do you need?
Entertainment, movies.
We had Trivial Pursuit.
Movies, entertainment.
It was the only time anybody ever threw a Trivial Pursuit board in my head. I was there with Guyver. He may even remember.
Did you check it at your head?
No.
You checked it? No.
So I was playing.
Yours was the head that was to be chucked at.
My ex-fiance was also playing.
Oh, she did it.
Yeah. So here's the story. Now at this point, we were playing with like 13 different editions of Trivial Pursuit. And
Right.
the rule was you got to pick your own edition. But if you were ever in the center, the person reading got to pick the edition and the question. So winning the game was really hard. Now, that being said, I had yet to pick anything from the Christmas edition, because I, at that age especially, was not that interested in Christmas anymore. Now, the reason I wasn't interested in Christmas is because my mother loves Christmas and, like, shoved it down our throats our entire lives.
So you knew Christmas.
Well, I'll be Mozart. And then we can start a band as soon as he figures out who he wants to be. So...
Chopin.
It's in the kitchen.
Dun 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 dun.
So, I'm in the center of the board, I'm about to win, and my ex-fiance decides, oh, he hates Christmas. We're picking a Christmas one. And so, I remember the question. It was, what was the name of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's sled dog driving friend?
Oh, yeah.
And then I looked at her,
Cornelius.
and I said, I mean, it took me a few seconds. I had to, like, remember the scene.
Right.
When, like, like the scene at the end of the movie, and like he's like, but they bounce, and that was like, oh, Yukon Cornelius. I had to remember the scene in my head. Now I, Yukon Cornelius, and then she got so angry that she threw the board at me.
The problem is, I don't think she ever equated that not liking Christmas movies and stuff is not mean that you do not know Christmas.
Yeah, oftentimes people who don't want to deal with Christmas know
They know
Christmas pretty
Christmas.
fucking well. Now that being said, so my best Trivial Pursuit story, we're playing the 90s edition, and her dad was staying with us, and he comes downstairs, and we're like, hey, we're about to play Trivial Pursuit, you in? And he's all like, yeah, all right. Well, he didn't say it that way.
Right.
But I was like, the only piece left is Kurt Cobain, because we're playing the 90s edition. And he looked at us and he says, I don't like Kurt Cobain. And I was like, not a Nirvana fan? And he stopped and went, oh yeah, I heard he started a band. He was serious. He didn't even know the band's name. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I heard a story once about how he used to sell weed to him.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he told me that story. Yeah, he was Kurt Cobain's weed dealer. How awesome is that?
It's not how every day you outlive your clients.
Oh, shit. Especially when you're a drug dealer.
Right.
I mean, no, I think most drug dealers outlive their clients as long as they're not using.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope to outlive my drug dealer, but then again, my drug dealer owns a nice legal store. Which drug depends on what you're talking about, too, because
Some of it's hell on your body.
let's face it, I'm currently chemically addicted to, 4 different drugs now? Marijuana.
Dopamine.
That's not a drug, that's a chemical reaction.
Okay.
Marijuana, nicotine, sugar, and caffeine. Like, all 4 of those are going to kill me.
Yep.
And
There's
the worst
some days
one...
I lay awake stressing at the idea that my arteries are hardening because of the amount of sugar I have ingested throughout my lifetime.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just figure I don't want to die old. I figure somewhere around 60-ish should be good for me. I just don't want to make it too late. If I make it too late, I just don't want to be old and crotchety and hating life. I'd like to go while I'm still enjoying things.
See, I'd like to just keep going as long as I can and enjoy things.
Which
Sure.
that's a nice thought, but I'm barely enjoying things now.
There are a lot of ups and downs.
On this crazy roller coaster ride we call life. So now I get to explain this game to a whole new group of coworkers who do not work at a game store. Most of them think I'm talking crazy talk. Like,
If I may make an observation.
no. Because I have the funny feeling you're going to call me crazy talk anyways.
Sort of, but I'm going to do it in a much nicer, more biblical way.
Oh, fuck.
You, good sir, are an LDS elder.
Oh,
But
God.
instead of spreading Mormonism throughout every workplace you go, every circle of people you meet and talk to, instead it's Blood Bowl.
Okay, the good book is very clear on this. As a worshiper of the great Lord Nuffle, it is my job to spread his gospel amongst the faithful and the not yet faithful. What's really great is my handle on the PlayStation Network is All Hail Nuffle,
Right.
which is especially fun when I'm playing in the poker game, and people have no idea who's taking all their money.
Nuffle.
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 Praise Nuffle.
He has the biggest digital church on the eastern seaboard.
Sorry, what?
Nuffle has the largest...
I know, I heard you. I'm just needing you to back that incredibly vague and probably untrue statement up with a fact of some type.
I can't do that.
Because you're lying?
No, because it's this week's unconfirmed rumor of the
Oh,
night.
Oh.
I'm sorry, the setup was there.
Oh, did you take a look at the Amazon team? Are they getting a unicorn?
They are not getting a unicorn.
Damn. Okay, honestly,
But
here's the thing. The Amazon's not getting a bid guy is, I think, a really good balancing mechanic because they do have a really good out of the box
with
skill set.
like all the blocks and
With
whatnot.
all the block and all the dodge.
Well, we know that the figures are coming. We don't know what changes they've made as far as stat lines.
Yeah, because we're going to have to see stat lines. That's going to be probably in the next issue of Spike.
Spike Magazine coming to a retailer near you.
Well,
Chasey Jones is stunned.
we all saw that coming.
Excuse me.
So do you think Chasey Jones is a sports-themed hero, much like Casey Jones is? Or do you think maybe he decided to go away from that, considering the fact he was already playing in Blood Bowl?
He was a lunatic in the 80s cartoon. Like, I watched 3 YouTube videos last week proving points in the cartoon where Casey Jones is a psychopath.
I mean the same guy who, in a PG-13 movie, committed murder?
Well, the movies are a little bit different. I'm talking about the cartoon.
I'm talking about the same character. Like, I'm agreeing with you. In the PG-13 movie, he committed stone-cold murder.
Did he?
At the very end, after Shredder falls in the compactor, he goes, "Oops!"
Oh, well, see, that's comedic effect, because that way you know the bad guy is stopped completely.
Yeah.
And it was also okay because it was the Shredder.
Yeah, it was also, like, stone-cold fucked-up murder.
And there was a sequel, so no, he didn't kill him. He didn't know that at the time, of course.
Yeah. So it was stone-cold attempted murder.
Yes.
And what kind of crime is attempted murder? Can you get arrested for attempted jaywalking? 5 points if you can tell me where that's from.
I couldn't tell you.
Damn it. 5 points if you can tell me where that quote's from. Hint. It's The Simpsons.
Huh.
It's the episode where
I never would have guessed The Simpsons.
Krusty the Clown, Sideshow Bob, was defending himself against attempted murder.
Oh,
For
Bart Simpson.
Oh yeah, against Bart Simpson. He was like, "What even is attempted murder?"
That was like season 3 or 4.
I don't even. It was I don't remember. No, it was one of the later episodes, one of the later seasons. He was trying to kill Bart when the storyline got stale.
Yeah. I'd say around season 3 or 4. I remember because it was still during the NES era, and I remember watching that one.
See, the problem is almost all my Simpsons episodes were watched on repeat. Like, as far as I know,
it was like 92, 93 it came out.
Like, as far as I know, it was the only show that reruns were on the same channel where new episodes were being aired.
Yeah, because it was so popular, you could watch it 5 nights a week. And then one day a week it was an all-new episode.
I remember watching a movie where some guy said, "We're two different people. I live on Simpsons reruns and you like Masterpiece Theater." And I'm like, but The Simpsons is still on the air. I mean,
Yep.
It's still on the air, which is... It came out when I was in 4th fucking grade. 4th grade!
And you're talking just the Fox show.
Yeah, I'm
Not
40.
even including
The shorts.
Tracy Ullman show.
The Tracy Ullman stuff, which I never saw. But even then, I'm 42. It came out when I was in 4th grade. That show is old as balls. Master Cheddar is knocked the fuck out.
It's actually dethroned Gilligan's Island for length of time.
Oh yeah, I remember when
longest running syndication.
I remember when it dethroned Bedrock.
Flintstones.
Flintstones
Beat
is the longest running
Flintstones.
cartoon. Yeah. There's only one cartoon that I think should be able to beat The Simpsons, but unfortunately they keep stopping it and redoing it and stopping it and redoing it. Scooby-Doo.
Got it.
Because Scooby-Doo is still making new episodes, isn't it?
Yeah, they always have a new show coming out, and when they don't have shows running, they do movies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I
He's
think...
never not in the public eye.
Yeah.
But the thing is that Scooby-Doo is owned by the same people as the Flintstones, and Scooby-Doo just has broader appeal.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Sitcoms just are kind of out of fashion, really.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Flintstones was an answer to the 1950s. It was like a 1950s nostalgia. I think it was mostly made for adults than it was for kids.
Originally, I think that was the intended target audience.
Yeah. Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it better. Are there even still sitcoms being made?
The Simpsons? Off and on, I don't know, I feel like the artistry of the sitcom kind of peaked in the early 90s, but by the time we got to like things like the Bernie Mac show, the sitcoms had just kind of lost their appeal.
Yeah. I think the last great sitcom was Married with Children.
Honestly, I never thought it was all that great.
That's okay, you're allowed to be wrong. Married with Children was the best thing ever.
It hasn't aged well.
No. But sitcoms aren't supposed to age well. They're products of their time.
Are you implying that all sitcoms are problematic just by their very nature?
Yes. I think all media is problematic given a long enough time by its very nature. It's why I try not to judge media based on today's standards, but by the standards of its own day. That way I can still enjoy reruns of The Honeymooners if I so choose. I'm not going to enjoy reruns of The Honeymooners because I never enjoyed The Honeymooners to begin with, but my point is
You
still
like having
valid.
the option.
Yeah. I like to be able to look at a show and go, okay, for its time it was actually progressive. Let's give it a chance. They were trying. Because, I mean, you really want to look back, you can find a bunch of fucked up shit about old Star Trek. But it's probably one of the most progressive shows ever made. Like, let's not...
I was going to say Friends, but yeah.
Yeah.
Go with something people have actually watched.
Yeah. Well...
Besides Trekkies.
Friends was good. Come on. It was funny as fuck, and it was an easy 30 minutes. What else do you want from a sitcom?
I didn't like it when it was originally airing.
Oh, I love that show. And now he runs. Does he run?
MASH is owned by Disney.
Oh, because it used to be Fox.
Yeah. Okay, I know you're going to say I'm wrong, and you're right, but Klinger is now a Disney princess.
Only first 5 seasons.
Reaching!
Only first 5 seasons, Klinger. Eventually, he stopped wearing women's clothing.
Yeah, I remember.
I forget why. Did they ever mention why?
I think he just gave up.
Huh.
It wasn't working.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here's one for you. Okay, MASH, one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. Now, our generation, now I'm talking like sitcoms, so we're talking like ages 20 to 30 for us. I think the greatest analog for MASH that's ever been made is, I forget the name of the fucking show. It takes place in a hospital called Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart.
You're not talking about Scrubs, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scrubs is...
Troll Down!
It's got the same kind of feel and vibe.
Yeah. Spiritual successor. Because it was serious.
Yeah, because the actual
it was
successors
funny.
to MASH failed miserably.
Oh, you know, they usually do. Actual successors tend to always fail miserably. It's only the spiritual ones that make it.
They really didn't know how to capture lightning in a bottle back then. Then finally Marvel got a budget and said, "Hold my beer." Because think about...
Marvel's ruining their own formula.
Are they, though?
Okay. When Marvel first started making movies, I believed that this was their formula. I don't know what to do with this. Do something with this. And now they're all like, because it's making a shit ton of money, hey, give me that back. I just need to... Okay, now do something with this. And now new directors are going, well, I mean, you just took 95% of what I can do away from me. But I'll do my best? Because, like, let's face it. The director they got to work on... What was the last shitty movie that Marvel put out?
Shitty?
Yeah, it was the team-up movie. They were like... aliens, robot things... The Eternals.
Oh.
The Eternals was shitty. And the Eternals was shitty because it made no sense. It was so fast-paced, none of the characters got to be developed. I didn't care about anything. You know, the heel turn made no sense. It wasn't good. It could have been great. They could have stretched that out over 3, 4, maybe 5 movies, and Eternals could have been fucking fantastic.
From what I'm led to understand, they put as much care into the movie as they did the comic.
Which probably explains why it fucking sucked. Now, I
don't think it was all that bad.
I
also haven't watched it recently, so...
I watched The Eternals once, and I haven't felt the need to watch it twice.
I think the last time I watched it was in theaters.
Yeah, me too. I watched Iron Man 3 multiple times.
I've only seen that one once or twice.
Yeah.
That's one that we usually don't make it to when doing, like, MCU runs. Like, we'll start at the beginning, and we'll get a couple movies in, and we're just like, ugh. And then we stop. Occasionally, I just skip ahead and watch Ragnarok every so often.
Ragnarok!
I like it.
Yeah.
Where is my spiritual successor to Star Wars? Is Iron Man 3 a Christmas movie?
No, it doesn't take place at Christmas.
But there are a lot of flashing lights and trees.
There are a lot of flashing lights and trees.
And since there's a red man, there's a man in a red suit, I mean, it's pretty much a Christmas movie.
No. You see, I'm only allowed to call Die Hard a Christmas movie because he goes home for Christmas to see his wife, and everything happens at the Christmas party. So I'm willing to call Die Hard a Christmas film because...
Moral of the story, do not go to your wife's Christmas party at work.
Ever.
Ever.
It's always going to end badly.
There's always going to be some German douchebag trying to rescue or liberate people from prison when they're supposed to be in prison for doing terroristy bullshit.
He was there for the money.
Was he?
Yeah.
What money?
The Nakatomi Tower money. He didn't give a shit about... He was pretending to be a terrorist for the money.
Oh! I never caught that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd have to get money first.
Money first for what?
Money, money. Married. You'd have to get married for money first?
Oh, yeah, definitely get married for money. Getting married for love is a waste of time. Mostly because you should already be in love when you get married. If you get married hoping to get love, that's just a bad way to go. Well, Master Sphincter just fucked up that throw, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a pretty shitty toss if you have to use a reroll.
I think it was the catch that had to reroll too. Who fucked up? Daniel Legato? Whatever, I can't read his name from here. We'll find out when he
scores. It's the Donatello equivalent.
Donatello?
Oof. Run away!
Teenage Mutant Hero Gobbo. Donatello Gobbo.
Donatello Gobbo.
Well, great. Now the kid's asleep. They would love this shit. They're like the Ninja Turtle things.
Yeah, but I don't think they would get the joke or find it funny.
Yeah, probably not. Well, that's, one down. Yeah, they're knocked out, which means they're safe for the rest of the game, because there's only...
But hold on to your seats, because those orcs can turn things around.
Alright, if you think the orcs can win this game, put a thumbs up down in the comments. It's impossible to do a thumbs up in the comments, much like it's impossible for the Orcs to win this game.
You just don't have faith of the heart.
I cannot think of any way for the Orcs to win this game.
Both teams gain a turn,
Which would...
give them all an extra turn. He makes a one-turn touchdown here, which he obviously can't do.
Because the Orcs can't do a one-turn touchdown. So if they got an extra turn on the kickoff table, they would score on
theory,
turn
they
17. then they would be a 2-1 game.
But they could tie it if they could get 2 one-turn touchdowns.
Which their team can't do.
Not with that kind of pessimism.
Explain how they can get a one-turn touchdown.
If some redneck hillbilly in God knows where can win $1 million through the lottery, these guys could get a touchdown. You just gotta believe.
Why won't my lottery investment ever come through?
Because they're giving away money to all the hillbilly rednecks.
Like, don't get me wrong, I really do like my new job, but like, I kind of already want to quit it. Because they're making me constantly get up and go there.
Raphael Smell is KO'd. He is out for the rest of the game.
I mean, I'm going to keep doing my job because they keep paying me to wake up and show there and go there, and I kind of need that money.
Right.
But, I mean, if it wasn't for that, like...
If you had fuck you money.
If I had fuck you money, I mean, I would politely tell them I'm leaving, you know, give them a couple weeks. They hired me, I'd be polite about it. But...
You guys are great to hang out, but you don't know Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
I'm out!
I mean, this was the only interview question where I was asked what D&D character I play, though. In all fucking seriousness, apparently they're very serious about their D&D in that store.
Which means that your next raise and or promotion is likely dependent on how well you do in the next company campaign.
She uses a D20 to figure out who goes to lunch when. If you roll a 1, you don't get to go to lunch that day. If you get a 20, you get a full hour.
Legitimately?
No, I made that part up.
Okay, well, because that sounded realistic. I've had bosses that would do that kind of bullshit.
Now, that being said, what I know about dice and math, I would completely do that. That's fun. Every day everybody rolls, you don't get a lunch today! But, you know, mathematically you're going to roll 20 as often as you roll a 1. Eventually you're going to get a full hour. It makes up.
Not in the eyes of the law.
Yes, aware. Search for matches. So, with the new Amazon team coming out,
Yes.
I want to check out some Amazons.
Amazons versus All Races, page 3, row 2, column 4.
So,
Page 3.
I know. I'm just, row 2 is row 2, column 4, so we're looking at this one on page 3?
Yes.
Watch the game!
I knew there would be a lot of games on there. Amazons are a pretty popular option.
So, Blood Bowl 3 hits the market later this year.
That is the rumor.
It's officially announced. It's coming out later this year. Cabal Vision.
It's been cut.
How do you know?
No, I thought that's what you were saying.
I have no idea. I'm just really hopeful. Because I got the funny feeling Blood Bowl 2 isn't going to be quite as popular once 3 comes out.
Of course not. Old rule set.
It might be harder to find games. Or we might just have a bunch of people who don't like new rules. Apparently,
Meh.
Blood Bowl 1 is still popular on Steam.
Meh.
Britannia from the Loch of Lords.
Looks like we're in for a snowy game of Blood Bowl.
Ha 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 ha! No passing. No GFIs.
They become riskier.
And the volcanic Vilds. They're wildly volcanic.
Volcanic Vilds.
How vile of them.
Today's armor is brought to you by Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret Blood Bowl line. For when you need your nips protected.
It's lingerie with shoulder pads.
Ha 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 ha! We got a Halfling Master Chef.
The Lords gain 2 rerolls, and the Vulcans lose 2 rerolls.
Alright. That's not so great for the Vulcans, because they're down to 2 fucking rerolls.
I hope they clobber those British a-holes. British a-holes.
Let's follow let's follow them, shall we?
Follow the Bretonians.
No, we're following the Amazonians. Fuck the Bretonians!
GW sure did.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm sorry.
Imperial nobility.
The Imperial nobility.
We're too good to have a country of our own.
Yes.
For the Empire.
For the Empire! Ooh, hey. I don't know how to pick up my phone and not turn on Pokemon Go now. That's why I deleted it the first time. I was just seeing what time it was. The next thing you know, I was checking for Pokemon in the fucking yard. Kick! It's why I need to buy a watch. So I can check the time without going to Facebook.
Okay, if I had the money, you know, to where a prank like this would be hilarious, I would buy for you one of those smart watches that opens up a copy of your phone, so open up your watch, check the time. You got Pokemon Go.
Oh! Commonwealth!
For the Commonwealth!
So the thing is the team that is now called Britannia
Britannia.
no longer exists in the game of Blood Bowl.
They lost their faith.
They have replaced Britannia with a team called Human Nobility. They have the exact same rules and the exact same build. They are the exact same team, except
more feathers.
more feathers.
More feathers.
Except
That's how they're different.
now being Britannian. So basically, what I need to do now is I need to get a bunch of old Britannians and kit bash them into.
So Canada.
Yes, Canada. So I used to wonder, does Canada have a
Official Blood Bowl team?
No. Does Canada have an official secret police? You know, because we got the NSA, we got the CIA. In England, you got
AAA.
In England, you got MI5 and you got MI6. What does Canada have? Because I've never heard of Canada having a spy agency. Turns out Canada's a spy agency. It's called MI5 and MI6 because they're still under the British Crown.
Oh, I was going to look it up.
Yeah, no. They're part of the Commonwealth, so they still use MI5 and MI6.
See, I just figured it was the AAA.
No. CANADA. How do Canadians describe Italy? It's a boot.
I have never seen a country more obsessed with crushed soda, and I love them for it.
How do you crush a soda?
Crushes the brand.
Drink it.
Crushes the brand.
Oh yeah, I remember them. They're like
They're the OG fruit-flavored sodas.
it's like a Sprite, but not.
It's more effervescent. You had Orange Crush, which was orange-flavored. You had Grape Crush, which was grape-flavored. Strawberry Crush, which you'll never guess what flavor that one is.
Canadian history can also be called Maple Story.
Ha! Ha ha ha! I like that one. Maple Story was a Korean MMO that was free to play.
Oh!
It was really popular for a hot minute, and they still put out mobile games for it. Even the original servers are still up, I believe.
I just, given the money, I'd still want to make my own MMO.
Yeah.
With the permadeath rules and all that shit.
I haven't played anything Maple Story related since, the 3GS iPhone was a thing.
I assume that was a while ago, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
That was before the youngest was born.
Huh. Damn, that was a while
Almost
ago.
a decade.
Yeah.
Probably been about a decade, actually, now.
I remember having my iPod Touch for so long that it stopped working.
I played Diablo 2 more recently than I played Maple Story.
My brother picked up the new Diablo 2 for the PlayStation. It's weird watching it.
Because it's just the original.
Yeah. Except for he plays the Sorceress, and I can really give a shit about the Sorceress. So I have like
So
no
he makes
real
more life choices.
I have no interest in watching him play that game.
I always like seeing how many guys I can put on the screen before the screen has a conniption.
Well, yeah, we did that together.
It was fun.
We need a third person. That's not my brother, because he'll want to play the Sorceress.
That's lame.
Yeah, exactly. I get it. She's powerful and she's awesome, but like,
Not fun. I like the Horde army of the Necromancer. No work, just collecting loot.
I know. You played Necromancer, I played Paladin, you'd get all of my bonuses, and you would have 20 guys to use my bonuses.
Yep.
I remember just putting spike shields on 20 skeletons and sending them out into the world. Spike aura. Every time your skeleton gets hit, it does damage back.
Yeah, you just throw the numbers at them.
Yeah.
You just gotta hope you're killing more than enough to replenish the skeletons as they die.
I think we actually killed Diablo now.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah.
Sat back, didn't hit anything. Skeletons went in and went bam.
Yeah,
Diablo died.
Yeah. We put spike auras on all your skeletons because of my paladin, and then the skeletons went in and killed Diablo, and we just stood outside.
And then we went and took out Bale.
Yeah. That was a good day.
We were younger then.
That's always true.
Yes. Especially now.
You lost your ball.
I wonder if we could become like big streamers by just streaming Diablo runs.
Apparently it's very popular.
Huh. How many PCs do we... Oh, you already got one.
It's on the PlayStation. Good night, my man.
We'll see you next week.
We can play it on the PlayStation. Stream it that way. We have 2 PlayStations.
We have 2 cameras.
We do. We can each stream it on our own channels at the same time.
That's very Diablo-bolical.
Yes.
But is it out for the PS4?
Yes, that's how my brother plays.
Oh, because your brother doesn't have a PS5.
No, he does not.
Like most of America.
I'll pick up a PS5 as soon as a game comes out for it I want.
Right? That's kind of where I'm at with that. Like, I have more reasons to buy one of the new Xboxes than I do the new PlayStation.
And I have no reason to buy a new Xbox, because I can't think of any games for that I want either.
And the only reason why I would buy it is so that I could, is for Xbox Game Pass, which I plan on getting anyway so that I can play games from my phone anywhere.
I'm just hoping they're working on a Rock Band 5.
Oh, let's check. I knew this would come in handy. Let's ask Google.
Do we have a Rock Band 5 coming?
Alright. We are going to Google search ROCK space BAND space number 5.
Because if there's a Rock Band 5 coming, I'm going to stop looking for Rock Band 4 drum kits. And then I'm going to pick up a...
Huh. I don't know how true this is. Rock Band 5 was announced a few years from now. February 24th, 2022, according to the subreddit.
So it's coming. You know what that means, don't you? I'm buying it. Whether I have a PlayStation 5 or not, I'm buying it. I will buy Rock Band and then worry about the system later.
I don't know. Hard to tell.
Oh, he's dead. Apothecary and...
Apothecary Gary.
Apothecary Gary. Gary's fine, Gary. Tristan the Venerable is stunned.
Tristan the Venerable.
Poor Tristan.
Poor Tristan.
But the Amazonians stole the ball!
They do that. That's what... Remember, you mess with the Zons, you get the horns.
But no?
We'll see you back here for detention next Saturday.
I'm not okay with this. I don't like detention. Fuck you,
It's not
guard.
very effective. Like, what was the school's plan if you never showed up for detention?
You got suspended.
So free vacation.
Yeah, but if you get suspended enough times, you get expelled. And then if you get expelled, you don't get to graduate. And that's usually the threat.
I mean, legally they can't do that.
Yes, they can. It happens all the time. You're required to go to school
Yeah.
if a school will accept you. A school will accept anybody until they have reason not to. They can expel you. Then you're required to find a new school. And usually the next school you get sent to is one where they like pick you up. Like eventually you end up being forced to go to the kind of high school where like you get treated like you're in elementary school. But yeah. Yeah, Fenn's kind of a bitch that way. I love Fenn.
I find it to be rather offensive.
But I love putting it on my rats.
Anyone but the rats.
Yeah, but when Blood Bowl 3 hits the market, I'm definitely going to start playing Wonderworld.
Huh.
If only she could have GFI'd, she could have got further away.
Yeah.
I think
But there's
she's going
enough
to try
Amazons right
pass.
there. It's on the ground.
We're coming for our ball, sirs! Oh, look. I God. Yes, get him away. Get him away from the ball.
Got the one on the ground that's going to just move up one.
Yeah.
Pick up the ball.
Hope he doesn't dodge out. He's a peasant. Peasant's not dodging out.
Stranger things have happened. Ooh.
Like Louis de Rochade dying.
Well, I mean, for example.
They have already used their apothecary.
So this just Apotha stuck.
Yep. You get to use one of those rerolls you stole? Yes. Yes, they did.
Dodge.
And sidestep. Thank you for putting me closer to the end zone. That's not really going to stop her. That's
As a diagonal dodge
just out here, yeah.
I think he's going to attempt to blitz her.
Oh, stand
Nope.
firm.
Stand over there, Gerald.
Honestly, stand firm is a good one to have right there.
Is it, though?
Well, if your opponents don't notice, because who checks a skill list?
Fair point.
I mean, some people check skill lists, but it's rare nowadays. I mean, especially at the casual level. At the super competitive levels, yeah, people are going to check skill lists. But the casual level, you can really fuck with some people that way. Well, Tristan the Brown, you can tell by his pants. Bye! Don't stall!
Well,
Or
I mean,
did she
this
run out of
way.
movement?
Probably, yeah, ran out of movement. That guy's got fries on his head.
She had a reroll.
Yeah, but snow? Isn't that a movement reducer?
No, it drops your GFI chance from don't roll a 1 to a 3 up.
Ha! Oh. Well,
Yeah, risk the reroll. Always risk the reroll in that situation.
yeah, but I mean, like, if they didn't have the GFI, I mean, they really brought that one upon themselves.
They chose not to take the GFI.
Oh! Can she make it?
No. She wasted her reroll on the wrong GFI.
So close.
Should have done it last turn.
No risk, no reward.
Get an injured one. Oh, they're up.
Oh, that
She's
one's
down.
not getting up.
Oh, 3 rerolls down. This is not going to end well for the ladies. They got 1 reroll, and we've already learned they don't know how to use it.
They're just feeling the pressure.
Yeah, maybe they should think about that next time before they start playing the game. Okay.
All right.
Strange question.
Okay.
Favorite sports movie?
That is a strange question.
Do you have any?
Yeah. For me, it's got to be Major League Baseball and Twins.
Okay. Wait, is Twins the one where the kid's tendons heal too tight and he becomes
Yeah.
their master thrower?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. That was like pure 12-year-old wish fulfillment right there.
Well, I really like that one, and I think the reason why I like that one so much is because I primarily grew up with just my mom.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you don't see a lot of inspiring stepdad movies, you know?
Fair point. Usually the stepdad is the villain or the joke.
Yeah.
The Replacements. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite sports movie. Maybe Friday Night Lights, the movie, not the TV show. For some reason, all my favorite sports movies are football related, despite the fact that I don't like football.
The only football movie that I really liked was The Waterboy, really. But I mean, Adam Sandler is kind of in the category of just, you know, absurd.
Yeah. Last Adam Sandler movie you enjoyed?
That I really enjoyed, or just, enjoyed in general?
You would watch it again. If you were in the time and place of your mental space again, back then when you watched it. Because I don't think I'd watch 50 First Dates again.
Oh, I would. I love that one.
Huh.
But and that's what I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out how I really felt about Click. I know how I feel about 50 First Dates, but I was also thinking about anger management, and I'm not sure of those three which came first. And I think the oldest of those was 50 First Dates.
Wow.
I think.
No, it's just I was thinking as far back as I think the last one I enjoyed was The Waterboy.
Well, I liked 50 First Dates because it was a little different. It was sure it was still Adam Sandler playing himself, but he felt a little more genuine in that one, and not just, Waterboy, Happy Gilmore craziness that we were used to. It was different.
I don't know. I don't know. Somewhere Adam Sandler. I think he just started making movies for him and his friends, which is fine. It's his money.
Pixels was okay.
But
But I wouldn't watch it too terribly often. Like, I'm not going to reach for Pixels. Downtime.
I liked Pixels, but the problem is that the more I watch Pixels, the more I have a hard time watching it. Just too many plot inconsistencies.
Too many weird things.
Like, you can't write a cheat code on your glasses.
Yeah.
Not only that, just because a cheat code works, you can't physically teleport. He physically teleported with a cheat code in his glasses.
Yeah.
In the real world. It wasn't even a video game based car. They got actual cars and put like video game light gun weapons on it. If he had the cheat codes to teleport, why was he still in jail?
Because his glasses were in lockup. He didn't get to keep his glasses on him.
He could have easily
Feed the starter.
He could have easily figured out how to do cheat codes in jail if he was that smart. Teleported the fuck out of his cell. He could have had a full Shawshank Redemption. Maybe they're waiting on the sequel.
Huh.
Shawshank Redemption 2, the pixeling.
How much money do you think it would take to get Adam Sandler to redo Shawshank Redemption?
Oh, as a comedy?
No,
as an Adam Sandler comedy?
Just as an Adam Sandler movie in general, because everything he touches ends up being a comedy, whether he intends it to or not.
Well, not that drama about the stand-up comedian dying of cancer.
What was that one?
I forget the name of it. But his character was dying of cancer. And he was a stand-up comedian, and he was trying to, still, be a stand-up comedian while dying of cancer. I forget the name of it. But no. Oh, that'd be funny. That'd be great. But you know who I'd give it to before I gave it to Adam Sandler? I mean, all things being equal, anybody I asked did it, I could afford it no matter what.
Right.
Actor. Ace Ventura.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I would give Jim Carrey the Shawshank Redemption first. No, because Jim Carrey likes to do Please Take Me Seriously as an Actor movies.
And he does an okay job with some of them.
I have yet to see Jim Carrey in a dramatic role I did not enjoy. So I'm not even upset about him doing them because he does really good work. But that's not how I would want to. That's not the joke here. I just realized that he gets really serious sometimes, and that's not going to work. The movie's already serious.
You might end up with another work of art.
Yeah, which is not what I'm looking for here.
Or one that critically fails so bad because no one wants to see someone outdo a work of art.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so
Robert De Niro, on the other hand.
Here's one for you. If you could Muppets up in one movie,
Other than the Shawshank Redemption?
other than the Shawshank Redemption, because I mean, you'd have to turn. Oh, I just had a funny one.
Okay, what you got?
Okay, it's not the one I would choose, but the Green Mile, right? But everyone's replaced with Muppets except for Tom Hanks.
Okay, this is what I would Muppet up given the chance. Saving Private Ryan. It's just for the opening scene. It'll just be fluff all over the beach. Just dead Muppet bodies all over Normandy.
You wouldn't see that, but you'd see a bunch of Muppets, Muppet running across the screen as, dirt is flying everywhere, and occasionally a Muppet flies across the screen after an explosion.
So there's jokes on the internet about, like, the Dune remake with Muppets.
Yeah.
Which I think would be great. But the only way I would want to see a Dune remake with Muppets is if they actually do the 1984 Dune with Muppets.
I kind of like the idea of them doing Dune with Villeneuve's Dune, but just keeping the beefcake, Aquaman.
Yeah, him. Duncan Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would do it with Gurney Halleck instead.
Just keep him and then everyone else Muppets?
Yeah. Okay. Understanding that you want Duncan Idaho to be the straight man in this, and I would want him to be Gurney Halleck. Which Muppet do you think should play Gurney Halleck? Because I know who I would place as Duncan Idaho.
Which Muppet for Gurney?
Yeah. I know who I would have as Gurney.
Okay, if I was going completely ridiculous, I would have to say Animal is Gurney.
Okay.
But playing it straight, that's a little bit tougher. My first instinct is Kermit, but Kermit is clearly going to be Paul.
When I say playing it straight, the straight man is the human version.
Oh!
Yes.
Shit.
There's always a human in the Muppet films.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have the token flesh blood.
Yeah, the token. So.
Shit. Oh, for Gurney.
If you want Momoa to be the flesh blood,
yeah,
and I want it to be Gurney, but like let's play with this. Which Muppet would you want to play Gurney?
See, that's what I thought you originally meant. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of whittling it. Scooter.
Interesting, because that's my choice for Duncan Idaho. No, I would have Fozzie play Gurney. Because Gurney's a musician, he's always doing tales, and he's doing, like, quotes.
Okay, so at that point, then, you're probably looking at Rolf. The dog, piano.
No, that's way too close to home.
That's kind of how the Muppets always play it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could see that.
I still think Kermit would be Paul. And Miss Piggy would be,
the Lady Jessica?
No, she would be, the tribe wife.
Chani.
Yeah, Chani.
Okay.
But I also kind of see her as Arulian, just going, "Oh, Kermit, it's me, Arulian."
You know, in that case, actually, you know what? I would put Kermit in Leto.
No, because he dies. And as the star, Kermit would be making it all the way through.
Oh, yeah, fair point.
He always plays lead.
Yeah. I can't remember any of the major parts of right now. Oh, God.
Dr. Yui.
Who would play the Baron?
Ooh.
That would be Fozzie.
No, because they don't use the main.
Oh yeah, you're right.
roles.
The villains are always.
But the Baron Harkonnen.
Are we the bad guys?
Yeah, the dragon. Deadly.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's big enough, so they'd probably go with that bear that's always hanging out with him.
Or they'd get a human for the Baron and have Muppets for the nephews. Yeah.
Oh, they're Fade and Raban.
Yeah.
Fade, lovely Fade. I don't like it when you touch me like that, Baron. Please stop.
Oh, you didn't read the book much.
I've listened to it a few times.
Yeah, the Baron was a bit of a pedophile.
So,
oh, you know what I would love to see?
slightly off topic.
Fight Club.
Hold that thought for a minute. I want to circle back to that one because that's a good one. Did you know that over in England they sell in Germany they sell American hot dogs canned?
I can believe that. Well, scroll up in the Amazon.
Circling back though, Fight Club with Muppets.
Yeah. Fight Club with Muppets.
Fight Club with Muppets.
In that case, Tyler Durden should be the human.
No.
The narrator?
It switches between Gonzo and Kermit.
So Kermit is the narrator and Gonzo is... Then he's the human. Meatloaf? Played by Meatloaf.
The chick.
No. She's the only female lead in the entire movie. It has to be Miss Piggy.
Fair.
Meatloaf.
Either Meatloaf reprising the... No, Meatloaf's dead.
Oh shit, he is.
He reprised the role of Eddie. Too soon?
Bring Meatloaf back to play himself in the All Muppet remake of
Just
Fight Club.
green screen him in.
just CGI him in.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be great. Well, maybe just CGI in all the old scenes.
Yeah, okay, so you just replace everyone with Muppets. You film the movie on green screen.
Do you know who I would replace Meatloaf with if I was to recast that Fight Club with the Muppets? Jack Black.
Ooh. Interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. They shot him in the head!
But he would never get the role. He was already in a Muppets movie.
So?
They don't recast the token human. It's someone different every time.
He wasn't the token human in that one. He was a cameo. They do cameos. No, you can cameo in a Muppets movie more than once.
Who's cameoed more than once in a Muppet movie?
I don't know, but I'll find somebody.
You just want to find a way to use Jack Black.
Yes. Because the token human in that one was Adams and the other dude. The fiancé couple. The older brother of the kid who turned out to be a Muppet at the end of the movie.
Am I a man or am I a Muppet? Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the game. I would say it was interesting, but we barely watched it.
That's usually how it goes with replays.
Oh, but you know.
Wow. The Amazons, they got a lot of SPP that game. 2, 4, 7.
I mean, honestly, so did the local
9.
Lords for not scoring a single touchdown.
They only 9-5. The Amazons got 4 more.
There you go. 3 of that being a touchdown. 22 sixes to 27 ones. Sure. Dice spread is nice and even, honestly. 28 skulls, though. Shit, to 14 pows. 22 both downs to 24.
They still won the game, though.
I mean, yeah, admittedly.
That's right.
13 skulls to 14 pows. All right.
When did they make the touchdown, anyway? I kind of lost track.
Right there at the end of the game.
Oh.
It was 0-0 to the very end.
To the very end.
Well, I'm Ginger Jesus.
And I'm Maze.
We do this every Monday at 9 to 9:30, usually ending around 10 to 10:30, and we look forward to seeing y'all next week.
Oh, look at that. There's a in the yard.
We're ending just on time, too. All right. Goodbye, y'all. See you next week.